Hi everyone, my name is Tracy Telgin and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for this easy watercolor Happy Valentine's Day cute bear. So let's get started. These are the materials that you'll need. Any kind of watercolor paints. I'm just using a cheap set that I got from the dollar store. You'll need a small paintbrush, a pencil, a fineliner permanent marker, so I'm using a Sharpie pen. You'll need an eraser, some paper towels, a jar of water, and some watercolor paper, some masking tape to tape your paper down onto some cardboard or any other kind of surface that you don't mind getting wet or that is waterproof. To begin, we cut a piece of watercolor paper into a size that is approximately 4 inches wide by 5 inches in length. We tape that down onto whatever board you're working on. I did a couple sketches and we're going to go with the one on the right because it's a little more cuter with the shaggy hair. We start by drawing a rectangle with the pencil. Then we're going to draw a heart that is going to go outside the bottom of the border of that rectangle. Next, we're going to draw the paws. So we start with a C on each side. And then we're going to do just a little closure of the outside of the paw, just outside of the heart there. Next, we're going to draw the head. So we start at the top of the heart. And we do a semicircle. Then we're going to draw the ears. So 2 half moons, one on each side. And inside the face, we're going to start with the nose. So it's just going to be an upside down triangle. And then 2 dots for the eyes. Then we're going to do 2 more half moons for the inner parts of the ears. And 2 curves for the mouth with 2 littler curves for the cheeks. Then we're going to do the Happy Valentine's Day writing in pencil. In case you run out of room, then you can erase and start over again. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered, it can be a little off-kiltered or whatever. Mine was a little off. But it's just a fun card, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Our sketch is now complete, so we're just going to take our eraser and we're going to clean up some of the lines for the paws, and then we're going to just erase very lightly over the bear and the writing to make the lines not quite so dark, so that way we can go over it with the fineliner. I was using a black fineliner pen, which is what I recommend, and that way the pencil won't show up too much, but it's just still light enough for us to be able to see what we already drew. So now's the time to grab your fineliner marker. And we're going to just trace over all the pencil lines that we just made. Starting with the nose. And we'll just draw a little white highlight in there as well. We're going to give the bear some shaggy hair just to make it look more cute. So we just do little kind of zigzags over the lines that we created in pencil, just to give him some rough hair. So take your time doing this because it is permanent marker, and we just want to make sure that we're going slowly so that way we are careful with our lines. Next, we're going to go over the rectangle that we drew to make our border. And then we're going to go over our Happy Valentine's Day letters. I apologize for having my hand in blocking the view. This is my first tutorial, so I'm still working things out. I'll remember to sort of keep my hand at a better angle next time, so that way I'm not blocking what I'm actually doing at the time. Then we're going to take our eraser again and just erase all the pencil lines, so that way we're just left with the marker. So now comes the fun part. We're going to take our small paintbrush and dip it in some water and get some red paint so we can paint the heart. So just be careful when you're going closer to the outer edges of the heart. Take your time and just go slowly around the curves, so that way you're not going outside of the line with the paint. I'm going to speed up the video to make the process go quicker, but you can take your time and enjoy the process. Now you can do the heart in whatever color you like. Red is traditional, but you can do it in pink or purple. You could do it in yellow, whatever color you'd like to do it. Next, we're going to take that red color and water it down so that way it looks like a light pink for the ears. So more water than red, and just a few little dabs to get the ear color in. Then we're going to do the background color. Now I picked blue, but again, if you have a favorite color that you would like to use instead, by all means, go ahead. While the background color was still wet, I went over it a few times with another layer of blue and then a layer of purple just to sort of mix it up. So next we're going to do the face of the bear in a brown color. So whatever brown you have, if you don't have brown, you can mix red and green together and that will produce a brown. Depending on how light or dark you would like the fur of the bear to be, you may have to do a few layers of brown to achieve a more darker color. And you can put a second layer on while the paint of the first layer is still wet. And this will help it to bleed together and blend a little more softly. And then we just do the bear paws the same way. I did a couple layers in order to achieve the same shade as the face. Then while that was drying, I went over the heart again in another layer of red. Then I took some more brown and I did an extra layer on the edges of the bear's face just to differentiate it, make it a little more darker to help it stand out. And I got a little bit of brown paint in the red heart, so we're just going to take a little bit of clear water and wipe that away. When that happens, it'll just sort of blend it into the red. If the line of your darker edges is more sharp, you can take some clear water and blend it out. Next, we're going to add some red to the cheeks. So just water down some red and just add a little dot to the cheek area. Now the paint of the bear's face was still wet when I did this, so it smudged a little down into the mouth there. So I'm just taking a brush with some clear water on it and wiping it away. Now we're going to fill in the nose with the black fineliner, making sure to leave the white indication there for the highlight. Then we're going to go over all of our lines again with the black marker just to make it stand out a little bit better. And that's it. The painting process of this is done. You can use glue or double-sided tape to attach it to a blank card or a piece of cardstock that you have folded into a greeting card. Thank you for joining me for this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. Thank you and take care.